Hey everyone, it's Laura here from makingcardsissun.com and welcome to my card making YouTube channel. Today I am a guest designer for a Dutch brand called Jocelijne Design and I'm so excited. In this video I'll be showing you how to die cut, assemble and customize these adorable mermaids from her Mermaid Little Suze die cut set. Without further ado, let's get started. First, I'm die cutting all of these shapes out of some white cardstock using my Spellbinder's Platinum 6 die cutting machine. I'm going to dive straight into customizing these dies by sticking this little face onto some scrap paper using some washi tape just to hold that down and to make the coloring a little bit easier. I'm using an E55 Copic sketch marker to add color to this face. I'm using the chisel point of my Copic marker, so I'm not using the little brush this time. And I'm just going over that face twice to make sure that I got my color nice and even. Next, I chose a lighter shade. I am using E50 for this one. And then I am sticking all of these little other parts, so the body and the little arms, onto some washi tape so I can hold that down easily while I color them using my Copic sketch markers. Now that I colored these, I'm also going to color the hair. I decided to go with a little red head for one of the mermaids, so in this case I'm using YR27. For the blonde hair I'm using Y21, and then for the black hair and the blue hair I use some colored cardstock. I also use some colored cardstock for the brown hair. So if you don't have a specific color of colored cardstock, you can just go ahead and color your own cardstock using any markers you already have on hand. I also added some color to my cardstock so I can die cut the little face because I wanted the nose to be in a similar color as the skin of the little face. Next, I'm using a beautiful piece of pattern paper from the really rainbow petite paper pack from Fawn, and I die cut these little tails out of this beautiful rainbow paper. Next, I'm assembling my little mermaids, and first I adhered the hair to this face. I am using a Tonic Nuvo Smooth Precision Adhesive pen as well as their Deluxe adhesive. Both of these adhesives are really strong and they dry clear, so it's okay if you kind of spill some glue here and there. Now that I adhered the eyes, nose, mouth and hair to this face, I adhered the arms to the back of the body, and then I applied a little bit of adhesive on this body, and then I can position the head perfectly. To finish off the face, I am going to adhere the long piece of the hair on the back of this head. Then I can adhere the tail and finally the little seashell bikini. I think it's so adorable, and you can customize these mermaids any way you like. You can even turn these into little boys by just not using the longest piece of hair. I am finishing off these mermaids by adhering a little shell here and there in their hair just to make them look even more pretty and cute. And in total I made 6 mermaids. I only ended up using 3 on my cards, but I am definitely going to save these for a future project. And these came together relatively quickly. You can play with cardstock, pattern paper, and markers you already have, and then, the sky's the limit. For the waves on this card, I'm coloring my own cardstock using Distress inks. I'm using the original Distress inks here. These are not Oxide inks. First, I'm using Mermaid Lagoon, then I used Salty Ocean, and for my lightest color, I used Tumbled Glaze. I wanted to add some water splatters to these waves, so I'm just spraying some water into the palm of my hand and then I flick that so I can create some nice little water splatters. I'm using an Easy Clean mat from Tonic for my work surface here, and this mat doesn't slide on your work surface, So I think that's pretty cool and really easy to use as well. Now that I colored my cardstock, I'm using the Stitched Simple Wavy Borders dies from Fawn to create my lovely little waves. I love that these dies have a stitched edge. I think that stitched edges just really can finish off a total card. It really changes the look on a card in my opinion. For the sky, I am going in with Tumbled Glass Distress Oxide ink and an inexpensive makeup brush. The reason why I'm using Oxide ink for my sky is because these Oxide inks blend so smoothly and it almost looks like an airbrushed piece of paper. I just love it. Next, I'm using the Spiffy Speckles pattern paper from Fawn as well as a die from CarlijnDesign Design, which says Hoera, and that means hooray in English. I'm also using some Dutch sentiment stamps from CarlijnDesign Design. This stamp set is called Praatjes, which means water talk in English, and I'm going to line up all of these little word sentiment stamps one by one. So first I lined up one of these stamps, picked that up with my MISTI tool, and then I can just use that one little stamp as a guide to position all of these little words perfectly straight. Just to make sure it is completely straight, I stamped it onto some scrap cardstock with black ink. This sentiment says, je bent zo bijzonder als een zeemermin, and that means you're as special as a mermaid. I'm prepping my cardstock with some kitchen flowers since I'll be doing some heat embossing. I'm stamping my sentiment using VersaMark ink, which is a sticky ink, and then I can sprinkle on my white opaque opaque bright white embossing powder from Wow on this sticky ink. Then I am using my heat tool to completely melt this powder, and then that piece is finished. Now it's time to assemble everything together. I'm going to adhere my darkest waves onto my Tumbled Glass Distress Oxide piece cardstock using some Scotch foam mounting tape. Using my Scotch ATG, and then I'm adhering my second wavy piece using Scotch foam tape, and then I'm going to adhere my hooray greeting using Tonic Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive. And this is like a really fine nozzle, so you can adhere the tiniest little details to your project with this glue, as well as with the Tonic Nuvo Smooth Precision Adhesive Glue Pen. I'm trimming off the little corners that were hanging off, and then I'm adhering some clouds that I die cut from the Spring Showers die cut set from Fawn. For my final layer of waves, I'm going to double up my foam tape. So I just wanted a little bit of difference, and I wanted a lot of dimension on this card for these little mermaids to really pop and stand out. To adhere the mermaids, I'm using some more foam adhesive. I'm using 2 layers of adhesive for the little girl in the front that I'll be showing you right now. Here you go. So I used 2 layers of foam adhesive to adhere this little mermaid. My favorite mermaid is the one in the front with the purple and blue tail and purple bikini shell thingy. I think she looks just so pretty and so cute. I adhered some little drops from the Spring Showers die cut set from Fawn so that it would look like little water splatters. Then to finish off this card, I am adhering a piece of pattern paper from the Really Rainbow Scallops paper pack from Fawn onto a standard size note card. I'm adhering my entire card front to this note card using some foam adhesive, and then I am finishing off my little mermaids with a coat of Tonic Nuvo Crystal Glaze and a few White Blizzard glitter drops from Tonic. So there you go, that finishes up my card. Thank you so much for watching. make sure to check the video description for a linked supply list. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.